Hey guys, a short little video I wanted to share my thoughts on Overwatch 2 beta. Now there will be 5 pros and 5 cons. These are the thoughts I have and you can totally disagree with them, but that's fine. But for me, since it's a beta, it's important to share our opinions. Start off with a small note. Quick play only mode is not it. The matches are not consistent in terms of skill level and competitive mentality. It's hard to know for sure that the pros and cons I made in this video are the same when there's a competitive mode, so keep that in mind. Let's start off with the pros. Number 1. I think that 5 heroes is better than 6 heroes. Mostly because Overwatch 1 felt more like just a farm you ult on the tanks. And now, with one tank, that is less of the case and more fights are decided without ultimates and more individual outplays. Also, the playstyles are more flexible, which means it's not just group up and attack or defend, but also relies more on individual skill and ways to find an advantage. Which also has a downside for me, but I talk about that later. Number 2. The ping system. Rarely anyone talks in Overwatch 1 in my experiences. So if people can react to ping systems, that would be indeed great. Unfortunate in the beta, people mostly are not aware of the pings or choose to ignore it. So I'm not sure if people are ever going to fully be able to work with this system, but I think it will certainly help. Number 3. The maps on beta feel great so far, but it's hard to give a good judgment without a competitive mode where people will play different. Also, the new mode push is a great addition to the game, but like I said, maybe it's different in competitive. What I do have to say about push is that people are definitely not used to it yet, and when they do, it might change my perspective on this mode. Number 4. The rework on CC abilities are wonderful. Now, not every hero is able to stun you anymore, which allows heroes to outplay each other in slightly different ways now. Some heroes got better, some heroes got worse. But I think it's interesting to find new playstyles with abilities those heroes have been given. Number 5. Since there's less heroes in the match, it feels more like you can make a bigger difference by performing well. This is what I experienced on every role and really helped me getting motivated to play this game again almost every day. This is good for now, but I'm not sure if this feeling will stay in the future, and if it will change within competitive mode. Those were my 5 pros for the beta. Let's get on to our cons. Number 1. It feels less like a team game. People play more solo, which makes it more chaotic. The importance of playing well together is lower because of this. You often see people not waiting for everyone to group up and try to attack or defend together. I know this is also in Overwatch 1, but just way less. And I think people still play like Overwatch 1, which they can't anymore, since it's way more punishing if your team is in a hero disadvantage. This is the only big reason I don't like only having one tank. Number 2. Every role is different to play, but support is the only role who got worse. You used to have 2 tanks that the enemy DPS needed to kill. Since there's only one tank now, they will shift their focus more on the support. If you and your team are not aware of this, it's really hard to execute support. Definitely if they have a diving tank as well. Number 3. Some tanks are over buffed in their kit or with their damage. I understand now that we have one tank they should be stronger, but not buffed in their damage. There is already more damage onto the DPS and support with one tank less. So if that tank does the same amount of DPS as a normal DPS, it's really imbalanced how hard a support has to survive and heal, including with my previous point. Especially supports with no mobility in their kit, like Ana and Zenyatta. Number 4. There should be a better balance for the tank role. It feels like 2 or 3 tanks are really getting played a lot, and the rest way less. Most of the time, people who play the lesser tank switch off to the one that are stronger, and if they don't, we lose because of tank difference. This is a very important issue since there's only one tank in the game now. All tanks should be close to equal in power, which is in my opinion not the case right now. Number 5. The audio is not always great. Since it's not really grouped up team fights every time, you get flanked from left and right more often, and I want to be able to hear what's going on everywhere around me. Most of the times it works fine, but there have also been plenty of occasions where the audio was not there or just not correct. I'm talking mainly about footsteps here, because it's really important to know if you're getting flanked from, example, a Reaper above you. Well, this was already my video. These were my 5 pros and cons. I hope you enjoyed a bit. Maybe you could tell by the text and my gameplay that I'm a support main. I hope I really wasn't too biased to my main role. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my points. And for now, I thank you guys for watching and I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
مش ممكن.